So, Jeff, that stuff with IMAX. Tell us about that. Yes, I found that in a drawer a few weeks ago, and I thought I'd.
Well, you know, it's funny because at this point.
Can you read the title out? That would.
The title: A Study of the IMAX Personal Sound Environment Glasses. So, I recall. I mean, I was thinking about the project earlier today, before this interview, and I knew it. I only could recall that it was a study of various size drivers. I think it was 93, winter of 93, that we were doing that analysis. And I think the idea was they were going to take their 3D glasses and put 2 loudspeakers, so very small drivers, one on either side, as sort of a 7th and 8th channel for their system.
And they weren't intended to be headphones.
No, they were not.
I believe the driver was meant to sort of shine on the ear from the front.
It was, yes.
Yeah, and the aim, I think, was the aim to make binaural, or was it ambisonics, or was it both?
I think it was meant to sort of be a pseudo binaural system.
I think the intention was that, it would be pseudo binaural, and the little drivers close to your ears would cover the range from, say, 700 hertz up, or a bit less than that, up. And then the main theatre system would.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Used to the lower half of the spectrum.
Yeah, we were trying to get that directionality.
Where you didn't depend on it so much for imaging. Yeah. That was the intention, at least.
So we measured those drivers. How did we do that? On KEMAR?
I think a lot of them was done on KEMAR, because I know I was flipping through it, and yes, there were measurements on KEMAR, and I think we did some free field ones as well. I remember attaching these drivers onto tubes, like PVC style tubes, and then using some type of putty in order to secure them on to do the measurements.
It's funny. You did the actual measurements, I'm sure. I mean, both our names are on it, but I think you must have done most of it. I'm sure you did.
Probably, yeah.
How do you think the education and your project was sort of matched for what you did? Was it a good match, or?
I mean, strictly speaking, it probably wasn't, but that's not fair. I mean, the ideas that I sort of gleaned from doing a project, it was more about just simply doing research and being able to write a report and present that information. I think that was extremely helpful in doing what I'm doing now. I don't think I use too much of the actual thesis work in my day-to-day life, but again, I mean, that's not fair. I mean, the idea of being able to get involved in a project and take those ideas and then apply them to sort of other areas was extremely beneficial.
Maybe those red marks in the thesis were the real things.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's how you learn.